Saturday haul on for you guys today, and I'm going to go ahead and start off with a few repurchases. Ulta is doing their leader sale, so it's a prime time to stock up on leaders. So one of my favorite products is the Redken Color Extend Blondage, and this is the one with the purple bottle that really helps brighten up blonde hair. I also really like the Redken Extreme version that's in the blue bottle. I think I'm going to go ahead and pick up a bottle of shampoo and conditioner in the Extreme as well before the sale ends, because it's a pretty good deal. These are normally $42 and they're on sale right now for $30. They're pretty pricey, but really nice shampoos and conditioners. They're one of the only, this purple version at least, is one of the only shampoo and conditioners that I found that doesn't make my hair feel like really dry and straw-like. So I love this particular purple shampoo and conditioner. So I got 2 conditioners and one of the shampoos, and that's the Redken Color Extend Blondage shampoo and conditioner right there. Also at Ulta, I got another one of the Cosrx Advanced Snail 96 Mucin Power Essence. And I've gone through a couple of these so far, but I use it just like in essence after my treatment products. So I use the Retin-A or like a benzoyl peroxide or something, a treatment style product, and then I go in with this over the top. 2 pumps of this. I use it morning and night, and I really love the way that it makes my skin feel. Just a really lovely essence there from Cosrx. So I got another one of those guys. And then Eyelure London was doing a buy one get one 50% off on their eyelashes. So I got 2 of the Luxe XL Faux Mink in the style Splendor, and these are just my favorite eyelashes. I really enjoy some of the styles from Lily Lashes as well, but those ones are pretty pricey in comparison, so I love to stock up on these guys, especially when there's a sale, because these I think are around $12 by themselves. So if you can get them on sale, it's better, because that does kind of add up a little bit too, but you can use these quite a few times. There are some pairs where I've worn 10 plus times. So this is the eyelash that I have on right now today as well, and it's just one of my absolute favorites. I take about that much off of the corner, so maybe a third on the outer portion, and that's kind of what I have on my eyes left over, is kind of about a 2/3 lash, if you will. So I got the Eyelure Luxe XL Faux Minks, and this is again the style Splendor. Also at Ulta, I got this Clinique Blended Face Powder, and I got the shade 20 Invisible Blend because it's called like the Invisible Blend. Like I thought it would be like a translucent shade. And this here is the powder that I have on my skin today to set my foundation. I was looking for something that had a really nice set to it. It was very thin in texture. It's something that really didn't add any extra coverage or anything like that on the skin. And so I thought I'd try this one, and I do really like the powder. It's not drying. It doesn't make my skin feel stripped. It does have a nice set to it, and it feels really lightweight, so I really like that about it. However, this here deepens up my foundation like a shade or two. So if you guys know of a shade in the range that's lighter, or like no color, or something that's a little more brightening, I'd love to know, because I got the shade 20 Invisible Blend and I thought it was like a translucent, but again, it deepened up my skin tone quite a bit. And you get a lot of product in the jar. There's 1.2 ounces of product, or 35 grams. I should tell you where this is made too. It's made in the USA, and it comes in a jar packaging. Not terribly priced either, for especially how much product that you get, but this is kind of almost, I would say it's got like an olive undertone to it, which I'm not olive, I'm a really cool undertone. I don't know what good that'll do there, but see, even on the back of my hand it kind of looks like it's light enough, but I don't know if it oxidizes or what the deal is, but it does deepen up my face quite a bit. But I love the powder. So again, if you guys have a recommendation for a shade of this that's a little bit brighter than the 20 Invisible Blend, I would love to know, because this is a nice powder. So again, that's the Clinique Blended Face Powder in 20 Invisible Blend. I also picked up another one of the KVD Vegan Beauty 24-Hour Super Brow Long Wear Pomades, and I got the shade in Taupe right here. And I don't buy these for the brows. I love to wear these on the waterline. The one that I wear in almost every single video is the shade Lemmy Green, which is this one right here. And I'm noticing that a lot of, even I think the Ulta website is out of the Lemmy Green shade, and I didn't see it inside the Sephora store either. I really hope they're not getting rid of these in the fun colors, because I love them again for the waterline. They're one of the longest wearing, most comfortable gel potted liners for the waterline that I've tried. A lot of them that wear really long sometimes will flake off in little hard bits in your eyes. I don't find that this one does this nearly as bad as a lot of other ones, so I really like it. I've had this lemon green one for quite a while, and so it does kind of start to dry out. I use it almost every day too, so what I have been doing is just kind of removing the top layer of it, and then it gets creamy again, because I don't want to dilute it with any mixing mediums or anything. It's going to change the longevity of the product. So anyway, I've had this for a while. I do want to get another one, and I think I've had this for I want to say like a year, and I've been using it, and it's still good. I can still remove that drier layer, and there's plenty of product left over, because you just need a little bit for the waterline. But anyway, the shade that I got is taupe, because I thought this would be a super light like brown for the waterline, and I wore it yesterday. It was definitive on the waterline, but it was very soft. I found that quite interesting, and it looked super pretty. It weared again really well on the waterline too, so I may go ahead, because this actually looked lighter on my waterline than I thought it was going to be, so I might pick up a deeper shade in the brown range of these pomades as well, just for something a little bit more smokier. But this is really pretty and subtle in the waterline. So that's the shade taupe right there in the super 24 hour super brow longwear pomade. Also at Ulta, I picked up 2 of the Bratz and Revolution palettes. So these are the cartons that they come in. Kind of went ham in Ulta because I had a bunch of points, and I ended up spending like 10 bucks for all this stuff. But anyway, these 2 Bratz palettes, I looked at the ingredients list online for them, and a lot of the Makeup Revolution eyeshadow formulas have got kaolin and mineral oil in them, and that particular formulation, I don't have a problem with either kaolin clay or mineral oil, but that particular Makeup Revolution formula is not my favorite, and these new Bratz palettes don't have that formula. So I picked up 2 of them, and these guys here are made in China, and there is a total of 14 times 0.02 ounces of shadow, which is pretty small for the little guys that you're getting. And then the larger pans are 0.03 ounces, which still yet is not a lot of product that you're getting per shade in there. So let me show you the ones I got. First one is Jade. So it comes in cardboard packaging with a magnetic closure, and then there is a mirror in there with a little plastic sleeve insert. And then here you have got your 14 smaller eyeshadows with 4 larger shadows. All 4 of the larger shadows on the bottom are a shimmery formulation, and because there are some lighter shades in those bigger pans, both of these are standalone palettes for me. And I wore this guy yesterday, and I really enjoyed the look, and it was very easy to work with. So I am glad that I picked them up, because they are cute. I'm not like a huge Bratz fan or anything like that, but they're cute. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been told a couple times here on YouTube that I look like a Bratz doll, which, that's cool. I don't mind. So there are the first 4. And this color here is so pretty on the lid. It's got a really nice sparkle to it. In this shade, which is a really pretty mustard. I think I got the last one of this particular palette, so I think it's one of the most popular ones that they came out with. These guys. And then these last 2, which I was able to use underneath the brow bone and on the inner corner. I actually mixed them, and it turned out great. So there are the swatches right there of the Bratz, and it's called Jade right there. This next one is called Chloe. Right here, made in China, and the same amount of product in here. There's a mirror in there. It's got blue packaging, and this color Angel right here is so pretty. Again, I can make this a standalone. There's some light shimmer shades across the bottom there. I kind of was gonna go back and get the other two as well, and then I was like, no, just be happy with the ones that you got. But they are cute, and I do like the color stories in these guys. And I'm glad that this formula doesn't have the Makeup Revolution mineral oil Cowlin formulation. This one's nicer to me. So beautiful, like it's like a periwinkle purple with a, I don't know, a slight hint of pink in there. It's so pretty. And these next guys. It's really pretty too. And then these last two shades. Fit you right here. So those are the swatches of the Chloe Makeup Revolution Bratz palette right there. And then lastly from Ulta, I got the Colourpop Cabana Club Pressed Powder Palette. They had this new display there for this collection. And this has got, how much product do you have in here? A total of 14.2 grams or 0.5 ounces across 12 shades. And it's made in the USA. Very pretty packaging on this palette right here, and I get along with the Colourpop formula really well. And this is a fun one for summer. There's some pretty pops of color in there, some nice array of mattes and shimmers in there. No mirror, but really pretty like floral design on there. We'll give you guys some swatches of this guy. That's Cruiser, my corgi, walking out of the room, ditching me. And then this middle row, I really like this yellow shade. And this is a fun summer palette. And then this bottom row, which is all matte. So that is the new Colourpop Cabana Club Pressed Powder Palette right there. No Super Shocks and no glitters in this one. All pressed powders. And then I placed an order on the Klarity Cosmetics website, and I'm not joking. I think I placed this order back in March, and I just got this palette 2 days ago. So it took forever, and I think this one was a pre-order, but I guess I didn't realize it was like a 3 or 4 months out pre-order. And then when it finally shipped, it took like 3 weeks to get here. Anyway, it's a really pretty palette. So this is the first time I've ever tried anything from Klarity Cosmetics, and it's called the So Mermazing Pressed Pigment Palette. There's 3.5 grams or 0.12 ounces of product in here. Across 10 shades, right? Is there 10 shades? Yeah, 10 shades. Which, to be honest, I'm wondering if it's not 0.12 ounces per shade, or 3 3.5 grams per shade, because these are large, pretty hefty pans, and dividing that up between 10 shades is just not a lot of product, and there's quite a bit of product in here. So I'm thinking it's each pan is that much product that you're getting inside of here. So this is the sleeve that it comes in, and these are magnetized inside the palette. There's no sticker or nothing on the back of the pan though, so if you do remove them and put them in a larger palette, you'd have to probably write the name of the shade on the back of the pan. But this here originally reminded me straight out the gate of the Give Me Glow shadows, but there's something a little different about, like, their shimmers are, they're like, thinner, but in a good way. They're not as opaque as the Give Me Glow ones, but they have this beautiful sparkle to them that, like, you can see the color really well, but there's almost like a skin-like effect to it as well. They're very, very stunning, because this is a kaolin clay formulation as well, and so are the Give Me Glow. But also with the matte shades, they're not quite as dense as the Give Me Glow ones, which the Give Me Glow ones can almost have like a sticky feel to them. They're not sticky to the touch, but they cling to each other like really well, if that makes sense. These ones are a little less so, but I believe Gimme Glow is out of Texas, and so is Klarity Cosmetics, and their pans are the same and everything like that, so I just find it really interesting. Anyway, this is the So Mermazing palette from Klarity Cosmetics right here. And yeah, these shimmers are so pretty. I've got, like, I don't know, $200 worth of stuff sitting in my cart. Whether or not I pulled the trigger, I don't know, but look at this color. This is the color I wore on the lid the other day. It was so, so pretty. Like I don't know if you can see, like, in the swatches there, that they're super sparkly and super foiled, but they're not as, like, thick looking. But those are the first four right there. And I mean, for pastel matte eyeshadows, these pastel mattes are very nice. They're, like, not super powdery. They're opaque, as you can see, like, in those swatches there. They got nice pigmentation to them. I'm pretty impressed with the brand. Hence why I have $200 and some worth of stuff sitting in my cart. And then these last two here. And this, for me, isn't a standalone palette, but it's a good palette for pairing for how I like to do my eyeshadow. So that is the Klarity Cosmetics So Mermazing eyeshadow palette right there. And it is handmade by Klarity Cosmetics out of Groves, Texas, is what it says, because this is an indie brand. So next up, I placed an order on the Dose of Colors website for two things from their new Donald and Daisy Duck collection. I purchased the palette and also the lip liner, and I've actually got the lip liner on my lips today. The packaging on this collection is super, super cute. So the lip liner is in the shade Gimme That Lip Liner. So again, that's what I have on my lips today. And this formulation is really nice. This is a twist up pencil, and there's like little the bow and the hat on Daisy and Donald on the cover there. This is a long wear kind of style lip liner, and it does tend to, if you like go over it more than once after it kind of sets, it does tend to ball up a little bit. So I don't like to go over it too many times, because again, the product kind of clings to itself, and that's probably because it's a long wear formulation. But I really, really like the color of this lip liner. It's a good shade of nude, and that is what I have on my lips today. So that is the Dose of Colors lip liner in Gimme That right there. And the lip liner is made in Korea. And then I also got the face and eye palette. Again, the packaging is super, super cute on this collection. This guy here is made in the USA. So you have got one bronzer, and then you have 6 eyeshadows inside of the palette. It's a cardboard with a magnetic closure, and then there's a mirror in there. So the bronzer I found is a decent tone for my skin tone. It's definitely not going to be universal by any means, and there was a little embossing of Daisy and Donald Duck in there, but when I used it, I did find that it kicked up a lot of product in the pan, so it's a really soft formulation. It went on and it blended out super nice, however. And then the eyeshadows, I had the most difficulty blending those mattes. Like they just wanted to go patchy really easy. They didn't buff out super nice. And then when I went into like this sparkly kind of duochrome shade right there, I had to kind of jab my brush into there to pick up the product because it's kind of a stiff formulation. But those shimmer shades are really pretty. They're just a little stiffer. And again, I didn't have the best of luck blending out those matte eyeshadows. They didn't want to buff out super easy, but this shade in particular is very like stiff. It feels stiff. So there are the first four. And then this shade here is really pretty. It's one of my favorite kind of blue purple duochrome type shades. And then yeah, those three right there are mattes, and then them three are sparkles. And then here's our bronzer right here. So it's a pretty light bronzer. Again, it worked for my skin tone, but it's definitely not going to work for everybody. Do I have anything? Yeah, okay. I don't have anything on that finger. So here's the bronzer right here. You can see it's really light. I'll grab some more. I do like the tone though. So there's the bronzer and then the eyeshadows right there. So that is the Dose of Colors Donald and Daisy Duck palette right there. I forgot another thing that I purchased at Ulta. This is actually my second one of these because the little powder that I carry in my bag when I go places is almost out, and I really like this powder and it's super affordable. So I got another one of the Essence All About Matte Fixing Compact Powders, which I hauled this 2 weeks ago maybe, and I'm like melting too, so I could just as well put some of this on right now. But I really like this powder, and it's $2.99 I think, and they always have sales too, Essence does. So I got another one of these to put in my bag because I do like one for in here for just kind of taking down the shine too. Sometimes like my forehead looks patchy right here. I have a really bad like scar right there. Like you can't see the scar super visible, but it's raised, so that's why it kind of looks like that sometimes. But anyway, I got another one of the Essence All About Matte powders right there. Next up, I purchased the most recent Trend Mood box, which was a collaboration with Nabla, which is funny because I only purchased one other Trend Mood box, and that was also a Nabla one. But they came out with 2 new 6-pan palettes, and those by themselves are $24 a piece. And so I got the whole Trend Mood box for $44, so with all the extra goodies. So it was even like less than buying the 2 palettes like separately somewhere else. So that's what I went ahead and did, and I'll show you the other products that came in there as well. So this first product is the Body Glow in Sugar Babe, and it's the body highlighter. So there's 2.81 fluid ounces of product, and this guy is made in Italy. A little bit of mine kind of squeezed out of the situation there, but this is like I would say it's like a body oil. It doesn't, I don't think that it fully dries down. It doesn't feel like a dry oil or anything. And I like products like this for like my bare skin and stuff, but like if I'm carrying a bag or I have like clothes on and stuff, I always feel like this is gonna rub off on them because again, it doesn't set down. It's got like an oilier texture to it, but I'll probably use it kind of just like a moisturizer on my arms and maybe on my legs if I wear shorts or something like that. I don't do white ever. I destroy white. But this is the gold version, so you can kind of see the golden shimmer that it put on my hands. So that is the Sugar Babe Body Glow Body Highlighter right there. The box also had this Viper Lip Plumper, so there's 0.13 fluid ounces of product in this guy, and it is also made in Italy. So this is the box packaging right here, and then here is the actual packaging. It's got one of those twist ups with a little plastic nib on there, and I put this on, and this is one of those products that kind of think like the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme, if you've ever tried that. So there must be some, could probably look, some cayenne pepper or something of the sort in here, because it does give your lips that slight burning sensation. Like when I put it on, it almost felt like my lips were slightly sunburned. I didn't necessarily think they looked looked more plump, but they looked kind of juicy-ish. But the other thing with this is this stuff stinks. I really don't like the smell of it. I wish they would have put something like, I don't know, vanilla in it or something to kind of mask that smell. Canola oil, there's got to be some type of ginger. There's ginger root oil in here. That's probably one of them that gives that feeling as well. It says there is ethyl vanillin in here. I don't smell no vanilla. It smells, I don't know, it smells kind of, maybe that's the ginger. I'm not a big fan of like ginger, like the spice. If you like put it on things, I'm not crazy about the smell of it, but I don't know, maybe that's what it is. I wish I just smelled more vanilla. But anyway, it's one of those lip products that, again, it kind of makes your lips feel like they got stung by a bee situation. So I would say liken it to something like the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme. And then there were these 3 Cupid's Arrow Full Color Stylo, which I think they're like shadow sticks. At least that's what they look like, is shadow sticks. It's these guys right here. So there were 3 of these in the box, and I'm not sure what these retail at individually, but again, I feel like you got quite a bit of product for the money in comparison to me just buying those eyeshadow palettes separately. So I'll swatch these for you guys. This first one is the shade Arrow number 5, and it's kind of a matte taupey brown. Nah, it's not taupey, is it? Yeah, it's like a caramel brown right there. So that's Arrow number 5, and then we've got Arrow number 6, which is a navy blue. Yeah, and these are pretty soft. If they have a long wear to them, I'll probably use them in the waterline. And then we've got Arrow number 7, which is a kind of a burnt brown shade. Should I leave those on there for a minute and see how they set and then rub them? Because I want to say that these are probably like a long wear situation, but those are the Cupid's Arrow Full Color Stylos, and these are also made in Italy. I'm going to leave those on there for a minute. And then the box also came with the 2 new Cutie palettes. So this first one is the Analog Cutie palette. So cardboard packaging here. These are also made in Italy. There's a total of 0.32 ounces of product, or 9 grams, across 6 shades. So this is actually the palette that I have on my eyes today. It's a standalone eyeshadow palette for me. And some of these like shimmer shades in here are just absolutely stunning. This color here is beautiful. I've got it kind of on the center of my lid there. There are 2 traditional mattes, and then these 2 shades seem to be quite similar. They almost have like a creamy thick texture to them, and this is more like a standard shimmer. And then the dark room shade up here is one of those kind of creamy mattes, which is not my favorite formula. I wish it was just a standard matte formula. Sometimes I can just find that these are a little bit difficult to work with, both blending and picking them up on a brush. But that is a creamy matte shade. Oh, wait till you guys see how beautiful this color is. It's really stunning. And again, this is what I have on my eyes today. I think I used every single color. I put a little bit of the creamy matte in the crease, blended out with this camera roll shade. And these 2. So that is the Nabla Cutie palette in Analog right there, and that is what I have on. And then the other 6 pan is called Midnight, and this is a blue palette. This guy here has got the same amount of product, also made in Italy, so 0.32 ounces. There's a little mirror in there, and these are blues. There's only 1 matte eyeshadow in here, and it's a standard kind of matte, and that's this guy right here. But this shade here I thought looked kind of like a pressed glitter, but it doesn't have like the texture of a pressed glitter. It's more like this super like high shine metallic. It's really beautiful. This color too is just like boom in your face. Look at that again. It's so rich, that blue. And then this really beautiful aqua color. And this here looks like a white, but it's got a blue duochrome to it. Look at the shine on that. Isn't that beautiful? And it doesn't feel like a pressed glitter. There's not like chunks of glitter in that shade, which I really thought was the case initially. But these are both really pretty little palettes from Nabla. And again, that is the Midnight eyeshadow palette right there. And then real quick, let's go ahead and see if these, oh my, they are long kind of wearing. Well, they smudge out. They're dry, they're stiff. Like they're not smudging, they're coming off completely in like pieces, rolling off in pieces. So I would say, you know, they're kind of a long wear product for sure. Like they're rolling off my hand. That one's kind of not budging. The blue one rolled off more than the other two. Cool. I'm gonna try those on the waterline. And then lastly, for things that I purchased, I placed my very first order with the Glamlite website, and I got their latest launch, which they're calling it the Cupcake palette. And this here I hadn't realized was a pre-order. So it was a pre-order, and it took really a long time. It took a long time to get here. But this here is got 0.5 ounces. It says net weight 14.4 grams across 12 shades. And then the packaging that it comes in is really cute packaging. Both this one and the other palette that I got, the packaging that the palette comes in is very cute. But I do also feel like it's pretty unnecessary. Very cute, but very unnecessary. I just feel like it's a little bulky and wasteful. But anyway, this palette is made in China, so that it comes in here. So this is the Cupcake palette, and this is full of a bunch of berries and kind of pink tones. The packaging is a cardboard, and then you have like little loose sprinkles in the cover there that's kind of a raised piece of plastic. And then for ingredients, it says nutrition facts on the back, which I think is a cute touch. There's a mirror in there, and then you have got 12 shadows. This here I did have to bring in something a little bit lighter. This one goes on more like a peach, like a mid-tone peach shade on my skin tone. I could get away with it, but I do like something a little bit brighter. Otherwise, I got along with the formula pretty well. It's a nice formulation. Their shimmers are very pretty and very sparkly, and the mattes were pigmented and they blended out really well too, so I was happy about that. So shiny. And then this middle row. I love those really shiny shimmer shades. And then this bottom row. Pretty though, right? So that is the Glamlite Cupcake eyeshadow palette right there. They could have switched just one of those shades into a brighter, lighter kind of either shimmer, probably a shimmer for me, but still really pretty. And then the other palette that I got from Glamlite is the Ice Cream Dream eyeshadow palette. So this is the ice cream truck unicarton that the palette comes in. Right there. It's cute, but it's kind of large. And then here is your actual palette. Cardboard packaging with the sprinkles again. This was largely influenced by Lauren May Beauty here on YouTube. I had seen her talk about this palette quite a few times, and some of those really beautiful shimmers just kind of got me. So I finally went ahead and picked this guy up. This one here is also made in China, and there are 30 shades that are 0.05 ounces a piece, which is a good amount of product that you're getting in there. There's also a really lovely array of mattes and shimmers, and also some nice neutrals in there to kind of ground those brighter shades. This one light shimmer shade in here saved it for me, so it is a standalone. And oh, my hair there. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys some swatches here. I'm gonna have to go way up high so that I have room to swatch the whole thing for you. And then these next ones. See, yeah, their shimmers are pretty nice. I was looking at that, their latest one was the Michaela collaboration palette, and there looked like, so there were some super beautiful shimmers in that guy, but I didn't get it just yet. Then these ones. Yeah, there are 30 shadows in here, so let's see if my arm is long enough. I already know it's not. And then these 4. Hopefully I didn't miss one. I missed one in the Nomad palette last week. You guys totally caught me. I missed the gray shade. We're just gonna have to go like right here. Some of these shades do have that kind of creamy situation going on where, like, you can see you can push on it. Not all of them are like that. Some of them more so than others though. And then these next 4. And then the final 2 here. There. And we'll put you guys right here. So those are the swatches for the Glamlite Ice Cream Dream eyeshadow palette right there. It's pretty. And then I did get in 2 PR packages, and this first one is from Sonia G. She came out with a new Fusion series, which is a combination of both natural and synthetic bristles. It was inspired by her mini base set that was in the travel brush set that she came out with, because that was also a blend of synthetic and natural bristles. And this here was supposed to get to me 3 weeks ago, and I don't know, FedEx lost it and it just stopped tracking, and I almost started to cry. I was like, I think I mentioned that in 2 videos ago that I was waiting for the FedEx to bring these brushes, and then they didn't come. So I just got them yesterday and I used 2 of them today. They are so soft on the skin, but you also get the softness like a synthetic, but the natural bristles in these are also very soft, but the blend between the 2 is just feel like silk. So they're just absolutely stunning. And I believe the individuals in the set is sold out right now, but Sonia does restock her brushes on Beautylish pretty frequently. So let me show you these brushes. So today I used the Jumbo Concealer to put on my eyeshadow primer, and I loved it. It was a type of brush that it's so kind of multi-purpose. Like today I did use it for the base, but again, this style of brush, like it's one I could also use for underneath the brow that's kind of similar in shape to the what is this? I've used this brush so much the numbers are rubbing off. The G29 from Esam, very similar. So I'm going to try it also for underneath the brow, kind of like I used that one, but today I used it to pat on my eyeshadow primer. And again, one of those brushes that I wouldn't mind having a couple of those in my collection. So that one is the Jumbo Concealer. This next one is the Soft Concealer. So this one is circular all the way around, whereas the Jumbo Concealer has got a pinch to it. It's kind of like a slight paddle shape. So this is the Soft Concealer next to the Jumbo Concealer right there. And then we've got the full-size version of the mini base brush right here. And I actually used this to buff on blush on my cheeks today. Loved it like that. It's very precise when you use a brush like this, and it buffs really well. So this one is circular all the way around. And then you have the larger version of that, which is the classic base brush. And I use this for bronzer. I like to use smaller, kind of densely packed brushes like this for precision for bronzer. And then it's so soft, it buffs really nice as well. So I use this to buff out bronzer on my skin. So that's the classic base, and that one is also circular all the way around. And then the last one is like a larger version of the jumbo concealer. So this one is called the jumbo base brush, which would be used to put on like foundations, or you could use it for primer, or just a really another multi-purpose brush. Like you could use this brush for so many things because there's a pinch to it. You could use the tips for highlighter. You can like get into the contour range and really buff into a contour and bronzer. Like I feel like if I traveled with a brush like this, I could use it for the majority of my face products, but if you use it for a foundation, it will be a little wet to go into powder. But anyway, it's just a very multi-purpose brush, this one. So that's the jumbo base right there, and the intention is to kind of use with liquid foundation, but it's like the larger version of the jumbo concealer. So I'm holding them next to each other. These two are the ones that are pinched. The other three are circular all the way around at the ferrule, and I mean, her handles are beautiful. I love her brushes. I love them a lot. And Sonia G, she's been collecting handmade Japanese makeup brushes for years. She has a blog like dedicated to them and stuff like that. And a couple years ago, she came out with her own brush range. So she really knows what she's doing when she's making brushes. And these are a beautiful, beautiful set. So I want to say a huge thank you to Sonia and Beautylish for sending those over. I'm so glad they made it. I didn't think they were ever going to come. I thought like FedEx just gone and lost the box. And then lastly is a PR package from Farmacy, and they came out with the Honeymoon Glow Body. And I know that the Honeymoon Glow Serum is a really popular one. I see a lot of people talk about it here on YouTube. I have used that one a couple times, but the AHA in that one is kind of strong for my skin, so when I use it, I have to rotate it. I can't use it consistently like every single night. But my mom uses this every single night. She uses the face version, but this one here is the body version, and I have not tried it just yet. But I will, because I think it would be a good one to help with the texture on like my shoulder area. I don't have like a massive problem. Time to time I do get little bumps there, and I'm that person that feels a bump and just automatically claws at them, which I need to not do. So I'm hoping that this will kind of like smooth out the area or something like that on my back. So it'll be interesting. So it's this guy right here, and there's 4.7 fluid ounces in here, and I'll just read the card here. It says Honeymoon Glow Night Serum, and our new Honeymoon Glow Body is the ultimate combo for silky smooth glowing skin from head to toe, enriched with powerful blend of AHAs and BHAs to instantly soften and refine skin. Yeah, that's what my shoulders could use, I think. Honeymoon Glow Body's non-greasy formula helps treat uneven texture, while a combination of shea butter, upcycled prickly pear juice, and Farmacy's proprietary honey blend work to replenish the skin's barrier to deliver a boost of super hydrating humectants. The result is remarkably smooth, renewed skin from a lit from within glow. So this here, the card says available June 15th, so it's available now on Sephora.com and probably the Farmacy website. And I did see, I think Farmacy has a really good sale on their website going on right now too. So this is going to be fun to try. So that's the Farmacy Honeymoon Glow Body right there. And a huge thank you to Farmacy for sending this over. I use and enjoy several of their products. So that is everything for my haul today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I will see you guys later. Bye.